So here's the thing about me. I have two completely different people living in this body. And honestly, I don't know which one's in charge on any given day. There's the version of me that exists in my head. That guy. He's sharp. He's witty. He's got comebacks ready 3 seconds before someone even finishes their sentence. He notices things. He remembers exactly what to say in any situation. He's basically the human equivalent of a perfectly written email, thoughtful, articulate, maybe a little charming. That me would absolutely crush in conversations. Yes. That me would be the person at a party who says something funny and everyone goes, "Oh, nice one," with that little laugh and head nod. You know the laugh I'm talking about? Then there's the version that actually has to exist in real life. And that version is, well, he's having a harder time. Let me give you an example. I was at this work thing last week. Just casual, standing around, eating those sad little cubes of cheese that never taste as good as they look. And I see my boss talking to someone from another department, and I think, oh, this is fine. I'll just join this conversation naturally. Maybe add something thoughtful to what they're saying. In my head, here's how it goes. My boss mentions the project they're working on, and I think of this perfect observation. Something clever about the market conditions they're navigating. Maybe a light joke about the industry that shows I'm paying attention but not taking myself too seriously. I picture myself leaning in slightly, making genuine eye contact. The words coming out smooth and easy, like I've been rehearsing this sentence my whole life. My boss laughs a little. The other person nods. I say one more thing that ties it together beautifully. Conversation flows. Everyone's impressed. I walk away having been a normal human being. Here's what actually happened. I walked over, okay? Both of them turned to look at me. And in that split second where I realized they were expecting me to say something, my brain just ... panicked, like someone pulled the emergency stop cord on my ability to communicate. So what came out of my mouth was, yeah, the thing, and then I just stood there, completely silent, holding a piece of cheese I didn't want, making a face like I was doing calculus in real time. My boss stared at me. The other person went back to talking. Just ... remained, like a decoration. Okay, very awkward decoration that was making breathing sounds. Eventually, I shuffled away and ate the cheese in a corner by myself, which, by the way, tasted exactly as bad as I remembered it would. But wait, it gets better. This happens constantly, right? And it's not just the big moments, it's the small stuff too. Like I'll be texting with someone, and my brain is already 3 sentences ahead. Crafting these full little paragraphs that are funny and insightful and perfectly calibrated to show them I am a real person with actual thoughts. I'm writing these essays in my head. Internal monologues like I'm the protagonist in an indie film. And then I realize I've been typing for 45 seconds and I still haven't sent anything. So I just ... panic send a thumbs up emoji instead. A thumbs up. That's what my eloquence became. Or here's another one. I was on the phone with my friend actually. No, that's a lie. I was trying to be on the phone with my friend. She called to tell me some news. And I had like 30 seconds of social energy where I was present and asking good follow-up questions, like a functional adult. But then, around minute 3, something switched off in my brain. I wasn't listening anymore. I was thinking about whether I'd texted the other friend back, and whether my apartment was too hot, and if I should have lunch now or wait 30 more minutes. But my friend couldn't see me thinking about all this. From her perspective, I was just not responding to things she said. She'd tell me something, and there'd be this pause, and she'd go, "Hello?" And I'd snap back to reality like I was waking up and go, "Yeah, totally. That's crazy." Using all the emotion of someone reading a tax form out loud. She knows. She knows I'm not actually there. It's not mean, like I'm not being intentionally dismissive. It's just that my social battery drained and my brain disconnected from my mouth. And now I'm standing here being an extremely unconvincing robot. You know that feeling? Where you want to be present and engaged, but your internal system just ... powers down. And you're trapped in your own head, watching yourself be terrible at this conversation. And then, this is the worst then. There's the after-conversation internal monologue. You know the one. When you're alone later and suddenly your brain is like, "Hey, remember how you said that thing? Yeah, that was stupid." And then you think of 17 better ways you could have responded. You're alone, by yourself, probably washing dishes or walking down the street. And suddenly you're in a full debate with yourself about something that happened 4 hours ago. I had one of those last month. This girl I was interested in, and by interested, I mean I had maybe spoken to her 3 times, made a joke about something, and I completely froze. The joke was there. It was funny. Everyone laughed. And I was just standing there with the expression of someone who's never encountered humor before. She moved on. Moment passed. Whatever. But 3 days later, I'm in the shower, right? Shower thoughts hit different. Kana. And suddenly, I have this perfect comeback to her joke. Mean? It's good? It's clever. It's charming. It shows I actually have a personality. It would have made her laugh in that specific way where someone's like, "Oh, okay, I see you." So what did I do? I stood in my shower, soaking wet, having a full conversation with the woman of my dreams who wasn't there, practicing this comeback I would literally never get to use. I'm 27 years old, having a shower argument with an imaginary version of someone I barely know, absolutely nailing my material. My apartment has no idea how funny I am. The walls have heard my greatest jokes. The shower has witnessed comedic genius. But actual humans, they think I'm the guy who just stands around eating sad cheese in silence. The thing that really gets me is that sometimes I wonder if everyone's like this. Like, is it just me? Or do all these people who seem so easy and confident and like they know what to say, are they also just panicking on the inside? Are they also going home later and thinking of better things they could have said? Are their brains and mouths also in this weird civil war? I'm guessing probably, right? Like statistically, I can't be the only one. There's got to be someone else out there who had entire conversations in their head that were absolutely brilliant. only to have their actual voice produce something like, yeah, nice, not weather. So I guess that's who I am. I'm a living illustration of the gap between potential and reality. I'm the before picture in one of those self-help ads, except I never get to the after part. I'm just perpetually the before picture, standing there with my cheese, thinking of better things to do with my life. But you know what? Something kind of honest about it. There's something real about being a little bit broken, a little bit awkward, a little bit trapped between the person you are in your head and the person you are in the world. It's not glamorous. It's not the indie film version of myself. It's true. And somehow, that makes it okay. Even if my boss will never know it. Tell me in the comments below that I'm not completely alone in this. Because if it's just me scrolling through life making these choices, then honestly, that's kind of depressing. But if you've done this too, then hit the like button. Because liking this video is basically saying, hey, I get it. I've been there. You're not insane. We're probably all a little insane, but at least it's together. And please, I'm genuinely asking, here, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that misery loves company. And I've got plenty of misery to share. Hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload. And come back to watch me figure out how to be a functional human being, one catastrophe at a time. I'll be here, probably scrolling through something, definitely overthinking it.